Hi everyone, I'm Evan Mitchell, Music Director of the Kingston Symphony Orchestra, and we are now into the back half of our Masterworks series for 2016-2017. And this weekend we have a truly delightful concert featuring three magnificent pieces that are all inspired by the notion of birdsong. So we start off with Jennifer Butler's And Birds Do Sing. Jennifer Butler is an extraordinary Canadian composer, and her piece is perhaps the most overt in line with the theme of birdsong. You're going to hear all sorts of amazing bird calls pealing from the winds, but the opening of this piece is actually rather subdued and ominous, and to a degree pessimistic, and that's because Jennifer Butler originally intended this piece to be somewhat of an ominous warning about humankind's tendencies towards nature and the environment. But during the process of writing this piece, Jennifer Butler became a new mother, and at the end of this piece there's an awful lot more optimism because the music features an 8-part canon of a lullaby that she was singing to her newborn daughter. Next up we have Mozart's 17th Piano Concerto, and if you're curious as to how this fits in with the theme of birdsong, well, there's an amazing story behind the scenes of the composition of this piece. Mozart wandered into a pet store and he spied a lovely little starling, and he whistled to that starling the theme of the rondo finale of his 17th Piano Concerto. And to his astonishment, the bird was immediately able to sing it back to him, albeit making two very minor mistakes. The bird held one note too long and then sang a G sharp instead of a G natural. And so, try as he might, Mozart was never able to correct this particular series of two mistakes, but he was so enamored with this bird that he purchased it, and then he wrote down the version that the bird sang in his diary. And thus the legend of Mozart's starling was born, and as far as I know, it's the only starling in history to have its own Wikipedia entry. And we couldn't be more thrilled to present Leonid Nediak, the local pianistic prodigy and sensation, in his Kingston Symphony debut, performing this magnificent piece. Last but certainly not least, we're performing Beethoven's sublime 6th Symphony, the Pastoral. And this symphony is special even by Beethoven's own exacting standards. It's the only symphony out of the 9 to have a program associated with it. That is to say, an extra musical idea which the music is trying to describe. Beethoven had an immense love of all things in nature, and that love was never more profoundly expressed than in his 6th Symphony. You'll hear a tumultuous thunderstorm, you'll hear peasant dances, and you will hear a sublime scene by a babbling brook, which ends, of course, with bird calls coming from the flute and the clarinet and the oboe. So, all in all, a Sunday afternoon filled with beautiful music, all aligned with the theme of birdsong. It's going to be so beautiful, so moving, so touching. None of us can wait till this Sunday afternoon, and we look forward to seeing you there.